Hello everybody, welcome to RHHS,
the Ribs and Hall History Station.
and this week is Cold War week.
It's going to be absolutely fantastic. I'm sure you're going to love it. Hello and welcome to University Challenge. Today on the show we have the revisionist University of Soviet Union and the traditionalist University of America. This is your starter for 10. Who was to blame for the Cold War?
It was the Soviet Union.
Why were the USSR responsible?
Because they were expansionists. They were determined to take over the world.
You American pig!
You Soviet imbecile!
Universities, calm down. Give us an example, USA, of the Soviet expansion.
After the Second World War, Russia tried to take over the whole of Europe. They took over most of the countries. They made them all communist by installing communist governments, and then they went back on their promise to Poland to have free elections.
It's all lies. It was America's fault.
Shut
And-
up!
Yeah.
Oh, these seats are so comfortable.
Oh, how I long for Stalingrad.
It's 1949, and the USSR is in the diary room.
The American pigs, they hot vodka, they take seats. Cold War. So, the American traditionalists lie and blame everything on Soviet Union and great motherland. However, the revisionist view is that it's all down to America. Their foreign policy is totally aggressive, blaming the USSR for everything. They just simply could not understand. And also, they were intent on keeping the whole of Europe capitalist, merely because they wanted to keep a market open for their greedy American goods, and so that everyone would buy them. The Marshall Plan and the Truman Doctrine gave billions in military and financial aid to stop countries like Greece so they could resist the glorious communist takeover, and also to help rebuild the economies so that communism wouldn't spread. All of these actions provoked Soviet Union. Good evening and welcome to Stalingrad's TV Burp, where tonight we're going to be discussing anti-communist American foreign policy. So we'll start with the Truman Doctrine. This was the notably anti-communist President Truman's idea to help any European country resist takeover from communism. That included providing about $400 million in aid for Greece and also placing ballistic missiles in Turkey facing the Soviet Union. Next, we come on to the Marshall Plan, which took the form of financial aid and was proposed by the United States Secretary of State, George Marshall. And this was to prevent the spread of communism by giving money to the war-torn European economies in order to make sure that they created a market for US goods, thereby allowing capitalism to flourish. It was described by Winston Churchill as being one of the most unselfish acts of time, but quite clearly there was an element of self-preservation involved. And both of these ideas helped to antagonise the Soviet Union, and could be said that the United States caused the Cold War. But who did cause the Cold War? Is anyone willing to find out? Fight!
I'm gonna bomb you! You're out.
No, I'm not alright.
Why are you not alright?
You've got no idea about how to divide Germany, have you?
What do you mean I've got no idea? I've got a damn sight more idea than you
No,
have.
you haven't though. And what about the Polish border thing?
Oh, you've got some strange ideas about that.
Well, basically, we just can't agree on anything recently, can we?
No, we
It's
can't.
just basically, we just misunderstand each other all the time.
You know what? I think that's the problem.
Yeah, I think it is. This whole Cold War thing's just down to misunderstanding. It's not your fault. It's not my fault.
No,
No. I
No.
think we should just make up.
it's alright, love.
Yeah,
But I've
it's
got
okay.
something to tell you.
What?
I've been having an affair.
With whom?
Ken Barlow.
No!
Hello and welcome to the Jeremy Carr Show. Today on the show we have a woman who's not sure if she can trust her son anymore, so let's find out. On the show today we have Miss America.
Hello.
Welcome to the show. Miss
Hello,
America.
Jeremy.
Hi. So, tell me about your son.
Well, my son, he's very aggressive. He keeps taking over countries in Eastern Europe, and, you know, he says it's for protection, but I think he's just being aggressive.
So are there any specific acts of aggression
Well,
that show?
there was the Czechoslovakia crisis. You know, I can't prove that he was involved, but, you know, I suspect it.
Okay, and has he ever been aggressive towards you? I mean, his own mother, that's just wrong, isn't it?
It is, Jeremy. And, yeah, he was very aggressive to me during our holiday in the GDR last year. Yeah.
Okay, I think it's time that we bring on your son. What's his name again, sorry?
His name is, Tom, and he is from the Soviet Union.
Okay.
You're a liar, you American pig!
It is not my fault, Tom! How can you say that about your own mother? I can't believe it.
So, hello Tom, welcome to the show.
I prefer to be called Mr. Soviet Union.
Okay, Mr. Soviet Union. As you know on the show, we always let everyone have a fair chance to say what they want to get all sides of the story. So, Mr. Soviet Union, tell us about this aggression that your mother accused you
She's a
of.
total liar. The only reason that I take over all of these countries in Eastern Europe, Czechoslovakia, GDR, Poland, is for security. Do you not know we in Soviet Union
Lies.
have been invaded? It's not lies, have been invaded twice already this century, in the First World War and the Second World War, and all times through the Polish corridor. We need to stop that happening again. It's her who's got the attitude problem. She's determined to stop the spread of communism at all costs. She won't let me and my
You're lying,
communist
Tom,
friends
you're lying.
go across
With your
Europe.
buffer
That's her
zones.
attitude.
Yeah, right.
That's her attitude.
Yeah,
And if she's not
whatever.
careful,
Guys,
she's going to
quiet!
be back in isolation.
Quiet, both of you! Mr. USSR. This is absolutely disgusting. Do you know what? I don't think I can have you two on my show to talk to both of you. I don't even think this is going to work out, I'll be honest with you. If you go that way, and you go that way, and you can speak to the aftercare team, and hopefully we'll sort yourselves out from then on. But what I've seen so far, I don't think this is good. Wow, wasn't that interesting? Next on the show we have two twins that have been separated, and can they ever trust them at all together? We'll have Germany, GDR, and